What's good? What's good?
Hello.
How y'all
Good.
We
doing?
How
doing
are
pretty
you?
good. Let me
Doing
just,
good. Appreciate y'all for having me.
Thank you
of course,
for
we
coming.
appreciate you being here. I was gonna say in the building with us, but on this lab
Right,
with us,
right.
in the room with us.
For sure.
So definitely. So guys, I definitely before we get started, let me introduce this amazing, amazing, amazing gift of a person, talent, everything. And I mean, when I say you're like you're the epitome of R&B. Like
Thank you. Thank you.
Solomon Headen, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How about y'all?
Oh, we doing good. I think Danielle's on a little bit of a high. She just got back from London.
Okay.
I'm still
Okay.
a little behind on time. Well, ahead of time,
Yeah.
Ahead
Big
of time.
London. Okay.
Okay, I love it. I love it. Got the whole accent now. I got it.
Exactly.
Listen, I'm
Perfect.
so excited. This is what we about. We just try to have make you feel comfortable, just have a great
Yeah.
time. Good let put a smile on that face of yours and just enjoy. Just have a good time talking about your vibe, who you are,
For
and your
sure.
music.
For
And
sure.
so let's get into it.
Yeah.
I've listened to everything that you have probably like over and over 1,000 times. Like so
Thank you. Thank you.
forgive me if I just like, and I love it. I love it. I
Thank
love it. Oh my
you so
gosh.
much.
Please kind of just go into that, this just your early stages of
Yeah.
just being in music and writing and just really because you were blessed,
Yeah.
honey, to be in
Yeah.
this. So
Those those early stages, I call them just like the crash dummy stages or whatever, where I was just doing anything
Mhm.
and like trying to figure it out. So I started making music like with GarageBand. So when I was in, I think high school, maybe ninth grade, a family member bought me a laptop that had GarageBand on it, and I started like making trash beats and recorded it on. You remember like the headphones used to have a little thing right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that used to be my mic. I didn't have no I didn't have no mic yet, so that used to be my whole little setup. And I figured out how to like just make my vocals sound clear, even with like not a lot of equipment. So I still use that same vocal chain like to this day. And
mm,
Okay.
so yeah, that just kind of shaped how I heard music. I was raised on gospel, jazz, of course, hip hop. So all of those influences helped me craft, whatever. I don't even know what to call it. I know it's R&B, but it's all these subgenres and stuff. So I'm like, whatever genre somebody want to put it in, I'll
listen,
accept
just a
it.
fusion. You just have a
Yeah,
fusion. There we
yeah,
go.
exactly. So yeah,
And you talk about like how you said in the beginning, like you were still trying to find your sound. At what point was there like something specific that happened that you were like, okay, I'm gonna do this, or I'm not gonna do this anymore?
um, I think I don't think it was a conscious decision. I think it was just a certain point, like once you do the trial and error thing so many
Mm,
times, and you
Mm-hmm.
realize, oh, this does work.
Okay.
So it was less of like I'm not gonna do this again versus I'm gonna keep doing this
Okay.
type thing. I think around 2019, I
Okay.
like
Was
really
it
kind
like an
of
audience
pocket.
response?
No, it was an inward thing. So I'm like a perfectionist.
Okay.
So like if it's not all the way to my standards, I like cringe on the inside, right?
mm.
So to me, my test is if I can listen to it and I'm at peace and I like enjoy it myself,
Mm-hmm.
we're out of here. That's the thing. So I think around 2019, I started feeling like, yeah, this is good. Like, yeah, we here. So
All right.
And
yeah,
I love that. And just to be at peace within yourself to know, like, okay, this is good. I'm moving forward with this.
yeah,
Talk about like your musical influences. I probably can guess,
yeah,
but I want you to let us know. Talk about the influences because I think, like you said, you grew up in church. I mean, a lot of you know amazing R&B artists have that first step
for
of
sure,
music, stepping into the church, stepping in gospel, stepping, and having that background. Talk
for
about
sure.
being able to have those particular either major influences to help you continually to build in your musical style? And how did that transition take place or felt for you moving from gospel and then kind of moving into like the secular world of music and R&B?
So I have a few different influences just in a few different spaces, right? So vocally, Brandy, like really, yeah, she really was the one that kind of showed me how to sing, basically. Like when I meet her, I want to be like, basically, you was my vocal teacher. Like, so her, there's an artist named D Slade. He used to go by Tone. She definitely was. Yeah.
Okay.
He definitely was a big influence on me. And who else? Of course, Chris Brown. You know, it's like he's the top R&B. So definitely growing up, I was studying him. And yeah, I think I was always inspired by Pharrell. Just as an overall artist, always inspired by Kanye. And I was always inspired by Tyler the Creator. He definitely inspired me, just as far as like him and Frank Ocean, the whole like Our Future thing. They like really did it themselves.
Right.
So that inspired me, like from a standpoint of you can really take ownership of your art. You don't have to, do it in a conventional way. So yeah, those are my influences. But I think growing up in church, I think I moved away from home, and that really gave me the freedom to explore whatever I felt like saying or doing in a video or whatever. It's like I'm from a small town, so everybody know everybody. It was you saw the video. It was like real
Honey,
weird.
it was the
like,
gospel spread.
Oh my God.
Quick.
So I moved away and started just saying whatever I wanted to say and doing like what I felt was natural, and it worked. Yeah. So yeah.
Love it.
Do you think if you didn't move away that you wouldn't have like expanded and done something different, or do you think you would have stayed within the church?
I think I would have, but I think maybe it would have either taken longer or looked just a little different. I've always been like against the grain, so even like when I used to go around the church or whatever, like I should be like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing that? This don't even make sense. Like I used to be that person. So I think eventually I would have just followed my heart anyway, but it probably would have taken longer. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you get compared to quite a few R&B the guys out there, Bryson Tiller, Brent Faiyaz, and talk about your uniqueness and what you bring to R&B with your style and your creativity, and being able to stay in that uniqueness of yours.
Yeah, I think really it's the full package. So like I produce everything that I put out, and I think because of that, it gives me, I don't know, just this different space because I enjoy like the drums of like old boom bap stuff or like old 90s drums or whatever, but I love the chords of like Jodeci and all of that. So like putting those things together, even though people can put it on the same playlist as a Brent Faiyaz or a Bryson Tiller, you can hear it and be like, but there's something different about this. It's like some small little distinction that I enjoy. I don't like for like my drums to sound like other people's drums, or so it's like little nerdy stuff that I enjoy that I think sets the music apart for sure.
I love that. So before we go, Danielle, real quick, I just have to give you a comment because one of my favorite tracks is "Stay Down," and you do sample Jodeci, and I love the mixture. And I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe you can correct me, or maybe you're here because I hear like a hi hat over with the boot, and it was just like, this is different. I love this, and it phased in so well in regards to. I was like, okay. I was like.
Thank you. So on that song, I'm actually beating on the table, and like I kind of sampled
I love
it.
behind the story. Yes, I love it.
You feel me? One of my homies is like a super fire. He's like super fire with the EQ. So I sent it to him. He EQ'd it, and then he sent it back, and then I sampled that same thing, and that's how I made the drums.
I just had to
Wow.
give you your props
Thank
on
you.
that. That I was
Thank
like,
you.
I'm listening. I'm like, wait, he got
Yeah,
this. Oh, this in the pocket. Okay,
yeah.
got it.
Shout out to you for noticing that. Yeah,
Listen,
okay.
tell you, I listen to music in phases. So
Yeah,
I listen to the production, I listen to the lyrics, and then overall just the pull of it together. So
that's fire. I don't think I've ever had anybody like notice that or like, yeah, that was fire. That was fire.
Damn. So, question: do you feel like sometimes maybe you wanting to be so different or have to deal with pressures of people comparing you to other artists? Like, that you want to just like, okay, I'm not gonna sound like you said your influences are Pharrell,
Yeah.
Jodeci. Like, do you feel sometimes like, all right, I'm gonna try to make my own thing and not try to sound like other people?
Um, honestly, if I'm just being honest, I don't care no more because I'm like everybody got an opinion about something.
Yeah,
mm,
Like something will come out and they be like, "Oh, this sound like such and such," and
yeah.
I'm like, "Okay." I mean, everybody is inspired by somebody,
Mm-hmm.
right? And even if we talk about music, like there's only so many notes, so somebody's gonna play a similar chord, if not the same chord.
right.
Yeah.
For me, it's all about purpose, right? Why are you doing what you're doing? For me, I want to tell stories. I want to make cinema, right? So eventually, I want to like make movies. I want to score movies. I want to like make just music in general. I want it to be a big space for me. So
Mm-hmm.
I kind of just focus on like what's my intent, and if people hear it, and it used to bother me. I can't lie. When they used to like,
Really?
it used to bother me because they like, I feel like people would listen to it, and their first response would be, "Oh, this sound like whatever the artist is," and I think eventually I just started hearing it as a compliment
Mm-hmm.
because they it sound
Yeah.
like another artist they like.
Yeah,
So ultimately, it sounded like something they would listen to,
Yeah.
which is a compliment. So, like I said, at this point, I'm just like, whatever y'all's response is, I appreciate it because again, I'm just doing it for the love of it. I'm doing it because I really want to be the best at it for real.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
And like you mentioned, like other artists are inspired by other artists too. So
for
I
sure.
think that like it's a very, especially to be like an artist of your stature, to be compared to somebody like a Chris Brown or like a Jodeci, I think that's a big accomplishment.
oh yeah.
A big
Thank you.
compliment and a big compliment, sorry.
Yeah, no, I see it the same way. I see it
Mhm.
the same way.
And it definitely, and I love the fact that when you can hear it, I can definitely understand where you come from when you say at first it was like, well, hold on, do you hear me? Like, what's going
Yeah,
on? Like that's what I'm trying to get, and then for you to accept that, I think that is because people are paying attention to style.
Yeah.
They're paying
yeah,
attention to the delivery, and that is what captures
yeah,
a person, a fan that's
Mhm.
loyal,
yeah,
and that's going to be like, oh, this is music I can really get with.
yeah.
Because of course, we hear 90s jam. We
As soon as I heard it, I was like, okay, this giving me the like '90s
Exactly.
R&B type of vibe.
Yeah.
And I love '90s R&B, and I think a lot of people
Daniel's a
also
90s
love.
girly.
Yeah,
90s, and
I
yes.
Yeah.
literally I can listen to it all day, every day. Like I don't
Come
please.
on.
And let me add this on top of that before we go to the next question. I've and Gail and I have had these conversations with other artists amongst ourselves as well. Sampling for me, sometimes I think that everybody shouldn't touch these classics, or people should really do this. Well, if you did this, then this could have went a little
Exactly.
better, or maybe you should just let that alone. Um, Everything that I have heard you do, and I can't wait to talk about your latest single. Um, it's infused perfectly.
Hmm.
Hey,
It's tasteful.
thank
It is so classy to the point where it's just like, yo, I see nothing wrong.
you. Thank
You
you.
did nothing wrong in my eye at all, or my
That
ear.
means
Like, put it
a
like that.
lot. That
Nothing.
means a
And I
lot.
and I, I give you your flowers on that, because that it was just like, you definitely, you're a part of this conversation, and we'll get into some of your accolades and some of the things that you've been recognized for, coming up in R&B. This is a perfect true example of what R&B is.
Yeah,
And honestly, not just what it is, but what it's transitioning
for
to.
sure. First of
And
all,
speaking of that, talking when you talk dude blends, obviously there's a fusion, as you were saying. It's the R&B, it's the hip hop. You just have a different vibe. And
yeah.
as you're going in and you're experimenting, is there a particular song within your catalog that you feel like, maybe this is a little slept on, or I slept on it? Or maybe my fans slept on it. Which one of those songs you feel that you have done that was just like one of those songs that's just like, oh, this needed a little bit more.
It's it's two songs. It's two songs because and I know it so fast because I literally realized the other day like, bro, this was cold and I really gave it no time of day. Like so I put out a deluxe version to my last project and it's a song on there called Slow.
Mm,
And
that's right.
I like
I like that one.
I know, but I didn't at the time I didn't uh like do a video for it or didn't really do a lot of promo around it. Like it just was on the deluxe type thing.
Mm.
And I came out here to LA and just started performing it around LA and started realizing like, bro, this is tough. I
People are
tweaked.
being receptive to it. Like
Yeah,
they
like
like we like
I
this.
tripped.
Like
This
where
is
this
tough.
at? Where the visuals?
Yeah, like, and it's never too late. Like, when I can't remember who put out a video like a year later for a song. I think maybe Don Toliver
Oh,
or something.
oh,
And I was like, oh, say less. Oh, we could just go back and make a video. Like, no problem.
I'm waiting on
So,
it. Hit
yeah,
hit my
for
line when
real, like,
you get that out, okay? So we can promote that.
for
Yes.
real. But that's one of them songs where I'm like, yeah, I could have pushed that just a little bit more because it's one of them like a hidden gem type thing. And my homie that was on there, Olivia, she's out in Australia,
Mm-hmm.
so I think it was just one of those send the verse type thing. Um, but shoot, we could do the video in Australia.
That
it's
what?
never too late.
You feel me?
Or hear me out.
So
Upcoming, maybe you having an upcoming project coming through. Maybe you can add it in as a bonus track, maybe a bonus
Video
visual,
really
maybe
is.
a
maybe
re-release.
a
Who
re-release.
knows?
I'm never mad at a re-release. No, yeah.
Go ahead, Daya.
How do you feel how do you feel like you're challenging yourself to do better? Like, do you feel like you're always constantly trying to like compete with yourself? Like, okay, I did this, my last project for this up and coming project, new project that you may be working on. What do you focus on to try to do better?
I so if you ask anybody around me, like I said, I'm a perfectionist. So like I've scrapped like 3 albums in the past 8 months. So like
Really?
I'm no for real. Like I'm constantly working and I'm constantly like my philosophy is like, is it necessary? Like do do I have to put this out? Does the world have to hear this? And if I say no, I'll scrap it. So really, where I'm at now, I'm just trying to tell my personal story in the most cinematic way I can. Um, I've done a lot of telling my story. I've told other people's story. I've told like the fantasy story thing. At this point, I'm just like, yeah, I done been through a lot, so I can tell what I'm going through, um, and just getting better at saying it, right? So you can say the same phrase 10 million different ways. So just getting better at saying it in a way that you can see it when you hear it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm always trying to just sharpen my pen, sharpen the production as well. Like I'm a minimalist too, so I'll take stuff away. I'll like have this big song produced and take everything away, and it'll just be drums and guitar. So
And sometimes
yeah,
that's all you need.
you feel me? Like it's all about emotion, and I feel like you can feel more of the emotion when it's less going on.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
that's true.
So
Very
Less is
true.
more.
less is definitely more for sure.
And before I get into my question, I know you said you're out of LA, so there's an artist, Daniel and I had the opportunity to sit down with, Reggie Beckton. I
Yeah,
feel like, I don't know if you ever got to meet him, if you even know of him,
yeah.
but he's amazing in R&B as well. I think for some reason it's just giving me, you guys
The
need
link,
to connect.
yeah, the link up would
That
be
the,
good.
that link up.
that's so crazy that y'all say that because literally like 2 weeks ago, um, I believe he's working on the album, and we were supposed to do a session or whatever. So
Mm,
I don't know if it's still in the works or if it's gonna happen, but either way, like the connection is there. So if it's supposed to happen, it will for sure.
look
Because
at
I
that.
think he's fire. I think he's
I was just saying like, oh, I was like, I don't know what it is. I say, I know he in LA, but I was like, that. All
yeah.
right, we praying for that. We
I
need that.
think he's fire.
That's a collab. We need
Yeah,
that. We
yeah. I
need
think
that.
he's fire. I think he sings crazy.
Amazing.
Um, yeah. So
He has
definitely,
such
I
a
would
great
just
vibe.
recommend.
So
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
for sure. I'm
Listen,
with
next
it.
time we out in LA, Danielle and I come every year. We gotta link up. We gotta link up.
Yeah, and
We
I'm
gotta
with
do a
more
sit down.
R&B. I'm with more R&B guys collaborating. Like I don't see a lot
Yes.
of that. So all the R&B guys like Reggie. Who else? Who else? I like Isaiah Haran.
Mm-hmm.
Um, who else? My guy Deshaun Porter. He out in Atlanta. Um, I worked with Jawan MP3 on the last album, but that's my dog. Like,
I know
yeah,
Kenyon Dixon, he's out that way too. Like he's
yeah. Come
amazing.
on,
Listen, it's the
yeah.
link
I'm with
up,
all that.
okay? Now let's talk about this your latest single. So your latest single is Aura. First of all, once again, another sample. You sample one of my biggest, my dream. I'm waiting for my dream interview to happen with no other than Mr. Tank
Yeah,
himself. You use the background vocals, or in regards to him singing, Aaliyah come over, and as well through his projects. Talk about how this song differs in style and in the sense of any other songs that you basically released as well.
yeah. I think I think when I was making this song, the last single Dragon Tattoo, and some other songs, I was just on like heavy inspiration from watching a few people. Static Major,
Mm.
for sure. I was watching some old like videos
Oh wait.
down,
oh,
love making music. Oh yeah, can y'all hear
yeah.
me?
Yes.
I thought it
Okay.
was
It went
bugging.
out
I
for a
thought
second.
I was going deaf. I don't know.
Girl,
Because you didn't
Yeah,
say
I
nothing,
my
didn't
and
hear
then
bad.
I'm
that
like, yeah, he has a
moment.
problem.
I'm
I
weak.
was waiting for somebody to say something. I was like,
I'm weak.
I'm like, am I going deaf? She not saying nothing.
girl,
Oh
because I'm
my
over here
god.
thinking the same thing. I was like, Lord Jesus, did you just take my hearing? Hold on. Hold
Y'all got
on.
me crying.
Okay.
Nah. Okay. So I don't know what I said last,
Last thing I heard
but
was you watching Static Major videos and
yeah.
then
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Static Major, Jodeci. Who else? Who else? Just like a lot of those people from the '90s, they were just making like straight up and down love making music. Like
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
that's that's really what it was. And so like I'm definitely into the play on words. I'm definitely into the all of that stuff. But for this song, it was just let's make love making music. So for me, it was just going about that in a way that's not just because I think we've all heard songs where it's like, okay, this is supposed to be a love making song, but it doesn't kind of give you that feeling, or it's just like um so like in your face with it that it's like, okay, right. So
Like, where's the
right,
passion?
You
Where?
need songs for
so
the lovers, yeah. Like you gotta,
you feel
you
me?
gotta build up. You can't just get straight. You gotta,
Exactly.
come on now.
Like, I mean, if you
Exactly.
wanted a quickie, you just play something else.
Play something else. Like, come on. So that's, I mean, that's why the song is like 4 minutes. It's like, you can put this on the playlist of like the things that you are playing if you in that mood. So yeah, that was the intent. We put like a guitar solo at the end because it's like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do when it's come on, like we know how to do this. Like,
listen,
so,
he's trying to give y'all the formula.
Right.
Okay, he's giving y'all the formula.
Check the notes.
Right.
come on, if we gonna go there, we gotta use the instruments. Where the guitars at? Where the you feel me? So that was just my mindset. Really, it was very simple for me. Just go around like let's just evoke that feeling. So yeah.
Okay.
And who you real quick? Who you had to talk to get Tank the sample?
Listen, so it's what's crazy is the internet is so everything is accessible. You can go and get what's the word? A license to use the song, right? So yeah, you gotta pay, of course, but it's nothing near what you would do if maybe you was trying to get it cleared by the actual person. So I just went and got that license. We're out of there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen,
and I use the background vocal, so it's not the full song.
Has anybody started tagging him yet and trying to pull
You
guys?
It was crazy. No, because most people haven't like realized the sample. It's in my background vocals. It's not like the biggest part of the song. You know what I'm saying?
Let me go educate some people in the comments real quick.
Come on, let them know. Let them know.
Listen, we got you.
Let them know.
Yeah, we got.
You gotta tag Tank
First, because I'm like, if I would love to get Tank on a remix.
And he's so open to working with new profound, like upcoming artists. He's very, very open. He has made that very clear. Listen, Tank,
I want to make that. Lord, make it happen.
Please, we speaking into existence.
Yeah.
It's
by
gonna
the end of
happen.
2025, it's already done. It's gonna happen.
Already done. Yeah, I like y'all.
He's gonna do music with you, and then he's gonna sit down with Dale and I for Indie Talks.
Exactly.
It's gonna happen.
Exactly.
And we're gonna say we said it first right here that the link up should have happened.
Exactly. Exclusive.
All right.
As an artist, what do you hope that your legacy is?
And what do I hope my legacy is as an artist?
Or even just as not even as just an artist, because even just as a human being.
As a human being, I think, execution is a big part of what I want to be remembered for. I think with where I come from, like I come from a small town. We don't have like hella people who are in the forefront that come from North Carolina. Of course, you got the J. Cole, the Fantasia, those things. But other than that, it's not a lot.
You had to go outside of North Carolina to even break the way they did.
Yeah. So, I think I would love to be remembered for the execution of it because I grew up with so many people that had ideas that were probably just as talented as me, that just did not execute. And I think the fact that I've grown to a place of if I have this idea, I'm going to see this idea out. That's big for me. That's big for me, and I would want to be remembered for that. Like, some of my homies be having ideas, and they, express, oh, we should do this, we should do that, and months go by or years go by. It's just like, so to be remembered as somebody who said they were going to do something, and then you look up, and there go that exact thing that they was talking about. That's like I take pride in that. So, of course, I want to be remembered as being one of the greatest artists, greatest producers, writers, whatever. But I think aside from the music, I want to be remembered as somebody who like really took their ideas and really made them happen, like and didn't sit on ideas. Yeah.
What part of North Carolina are you from?
I'm from Sanford. I'm from they call it the Sand Trap or whatever, but it's Sanford. It's close to, and I moved to Durham when I was like 3. So
Okay.
it depends on who you ask. If you ask somebody that I went to middle school with, they're gonna say he from Durham. If you ask people who really know my family, they're gonna say I'm from Sanford. Same thing.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
And send a message to anybody who's like in the same kind of shoes you were in, from a small town, feel like they don't know how to get out, and or how they can get out and achieve their dream.
Yeah. Oh, I could talk about this for days. Uh, my number one thing would be like, niggas don't know what they think they know. Like the older people in the city or whatever, they don't know what they think they know. Of course, be humble, but take advice from people whose life resemble where you would like to be. And once you find your stride, trust yourself and trust your instincts. For me, I believe in God, so follow God. Pray about everything. Strive for greatness, and yeah, man. I think for people in smaller towns, or even if not a smaller town, out here in LA is huge, right? But it's small. So I think isolation is always like considered as a bad word, but I think sometimes like just go away.
Yeah.
Like go away, make some music by yourself. Think for yourself. Just like take a few weeks. It ain't gotta be hella long. Just like take a little time by yourself and figure out life for yourself, and then go back. You know what I'm saying? I think isolation for me has always been a part of what I do. So if there's anybody just trying to break out of what feels like either a cycle or like you see more for yourself, but it don't seem like it's happening. Like go away and like really spend time with yourself and see what do you want, and then do everything in your power to make sure that vision come to pass exactly how you see it, like nothing less, like exactly to the T how you see it, and pray for the best. I pray it works. Yeah.
I like that. That's a word, and it's also like confirmation. You know what I'm saying? Because literally, in the sense of you saying that, Danielle and I, we don't have conversations. We don't boohoo cried, and or maybe more of me boohoo crying, just like, oh my god, just kind of like elevating, really seeing things, visioning things, and just trying to get it out my system, and just kind of like I'm in that process now where it's just like, okay, let me just sit back for a second, and then I'm gonna hone on this.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. I would say
But
thank
you
you for
know
that.
it's there and it's attainable.
It is.
Everything
Man,
is attainable.
I want to say once again, thank you so much for this conversation. Thank you for
for
just being
sure.
here with us and really let us know, talking about your craft. Just have two more questions. You've worked with amazing talent within this industry, some big names, KeKe Palmer as well, Kenny Lattimore. Oh my gosh. And then of course, with some of the new creative and collaborating projects that you work on, and of course with different variety of artists that you're working with, kind of talk about like that biggest lesson you have taken from some of these bigger creatives that you're implying daily within your artistry, and then how are you paying it forward?
Yeah. I would say the biggest lesson I learned was just be ready. Like, because every one of the opportunities that I've gotten in that space were on a whim. So the Kenny Lattimore thing, somebody hit me, and this was when I was back home in North Carolina. Somebody hit me on Wednesday. The show was Friday. It was like, hey, you want to sing background for Kenny Lattimore? I said, are you nuts? Of course I do. What are you talking about? Yeah, like, and they said, all right, cool. I'm gonna text you the set list. The set list was at least 20 songs. Now I'm a Kenny Lattimore fan. I did not know all these songs. So you had to be ready. Like if I wasn't constantly in a space of singing, learning songs, and just being quick on my feet, I don't know that I would have been ready for that. You know what I'm saying?
And his ranges
It's everywhere.
thick.
So
Sick.
Wait, so
And we was working.
so from the time you got that phone call to the time of you actually doing the performing, the background vocals for what was the time in between? Because you had to learn all
Um,
these different songs.
2-3 days, maybe it would no. So 2 days and a full day, if
Okay.
that makes sense. So I had 2 days, and then when I got there,
You had a
we did
rehearsal.
rehearsals for like 2-3 hours,
Okay.
Okay.
and then the show was that night.
Okay. So you just had the songs on replay for
Songs
like
on
2 days.
replay. Like I didn't listen to nothing else. I went to sleep listening to it. Like,
Mm.
yeah, I didn't watch TV. I was just, it was this and only this
Listen,
for
Mhm.
48 plus
That's what
hours.
you gotta do.
focus.
You gotta lock in. Yeah.
Because I'm like, it's Kenny Lattimore. First of all, what are the chances that he in Durham? And beyond that, I think he just called me randomly, like, hey, you wanna, like, what kind of call is this? Like, so yeah, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna sing my ass off in here so he knows.
I know
So
that's right.
yeah, that was that, and then like from there, like um, Toby Nwigwe, I've sung background for him. I've done different things in the background space, and it was just like be ready. So
Mm-hmm.
even like I opened for Samoht. I opened for this group Infinity Song, and
Love Infinity Song.
yeah, I love them. Both of those things happened either a week before the show or 2 weeks before the show.
Look at God. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be and that's the thing too. It'd be a thing about like God just really bringing things into fruition. So it's like just be ready, keep practicing, keep whatever it is that you're doing, like just keep doing it at a high level because at any moment, like the opportunity could come that's like either life changing or just push you a step further. And if you're ready for it, it's gonna be exactly what it's supposed to be. If you're not ready for it, I'm sure another opportunity will come again, right? Because I'm not one of those people that say, "Oh, you missed the opportunity, you blew it." It's like, no, another opportunity will come again, but you had that if you was just ready.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
it's like it's there, but it's like don't take it lightly. Like
yeah,
just
don't take it lightly.
yeah.
It'll be another opportunity. Like it's not over. But if you really serious about it, like you say you are, this next opportunity could be yours. Just be ready. So even if you don't get called for 2-3 months, right, which is easier said than done, because if I don't get called for 2-3 months, I'm gonna be somewhere crying, right? So
You were like, what happened?
what happened? But then it's like niggas don't work the whole 2-3 months, and then something happens, and you're like a little rusty, or you gotta work the kinks out. It's like, nah, keep shooting.
Yeah.
Keep
Keep practicing within those 2-3 months.
Yeah, you pop out, you're even better than what they saw on the video or on Instagram or whatever. So yeah, that's my thing. I know I'm rambling.
No,
That's my thing.
no. You're good. You're good.
And before we, Danielle, do you have any other questions or
Mm-mm.
before we get out of here? What is like the most surprising thing that you learned about yourself as an artist?
How far I can go, like how far I can go. I think every time I try to test the limit, like I surpass the limit. So I'm like, okay, let's go a little further. Let's keep going. So yeah, I every time I think I keep setting different goals for myself, and I think every time I achieve it, I'm like, let's go a little further. So it's always just a cool thing within myself to see like, well, can I do this? Can I do this? Can I also like low key rap? Can I also low key do this? Like, so yeah.
Actually, you know what?
That's my.
I do have a question because earlier you mentioned about you wanted to get into movie scoring.
Yeah.
So what are you doing to prep for that? So that way you're
Yeah.
ready to score a movie. What are you doing to prep for that?
Yeah. So my homies Keisha and Ashley in Atlanta, they're filmmakers in Atlanta, and they have 2 films out right now. Both films, well, the first film I had 3 songs featured. The second film I actually like took the time to score.
Mm-hmm.
So like the backing track music, um, the stuff where they're doing their confessionals, that's all like original music that I
Oh,
produced.
okay.
And now I'm working with my homie Dale in Atlanta, and what they do is just super cinematic. So now, at this point, I'm like looking at their visuals and just like making music around it, and I'll just start sending it to them, like, you know, do this fit this, do this fit that. So different things to, you know, just put myself in a space to where it's cinematic. And sometimes even while I'm making music, I'll have a visual plan or something just to see, does this feel beyond just a good song? Does it feel cinematic? Does it feel like a movie? So we getting there. We getting there.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And before we head out, of course, we gotta definitely talk about upcoming projects,
Yes.
upcoming shows. What you got going on? What's on your roster?
I have a new single coming out in May.
Okay.
Yes.
I can't say what date, but I think this is going to be really, really, really good because we've been working since last year on just hella songs, and we picked a few to roll out, you know, like slowly throughout the year as singles. And this next single is gonna be kind of like a continuation of the last two singles that I put out. So I think with each single, we're gonna get a little deeper and deeper into the storyline, a little deeper and deeper into, like I said, the '90s aesthetic, these harmonies. Yeah. So in May we're dropping again in May for sure.
Okay, I love it.
Okay.
I love it. Love it. So really quickly, I just have a rapid fire. This is so random.
Okay.
Dream feature, alive or dead?
Right now, Brandy.
Studio, like your studio essential that you cannot live without.
Water. Got that.
Top song you wish you wrote.
Pink Matter. Frank.
That's such a beautiful song. I love that song.
And last but not least, who's in your personal playlist right now?
McGee. I don't know if y'all heard of him. It's NK.GEE. He's a fire artist, but I've been
We shall check him
listening
out.
I've been listening to his album damn near every day for the past like month. So yeah.
Okay.
All right.
We shall check him out.
We definitely want to check them out. First of all, thank you again. This was an amazing hands-on conversation. Thank you for definitely being a part of our Indie Talk series. I mean, I appreciate when I tell you, I can't stop repeating it and saying like you said, if you didn't start the way you did, eventually you was gonna get there because this was meant for you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you this was meant for you because the music is amazing. I'm a fan. I'm going to be a loyal fan at that. So thank you just for gracing us with your presence. I can't wait to see you on the red carpets and at the award shows and all that. You know, this is timeless music.
Yeah.
The music you have is so timeless. Oh,
Thank you.
it just yeah.
I appreciate y'all for having me and having me on y'all platform. I say the same for y'all. Like, I believe y'all are going to continue to grow, and we all going to be on the red carpet doing the interview again.
Yes.
You feel me? So yeah.
And guys, thank you so much for tuning in with us today. First of all, hey, another ATL in there. He's there. I'm down in ATL. First of all, Danielle, thank you so much just for being my partner in crime in this as well. So listen, we doing our thing. So guys, make sure if you missed out on this interview, please, we're gonna have the full replay coming back on our YouTube channel. If you're not following, please make sure you're following our channel for Genius R Us. This interview will be there. If you missed it, you missed it. But hi, Tyler. And then of course, please, the new latest single is out on all platforms. Please go support.
Yes.
Not just stream it. Please purchase.
Purchase.
It takes so much, and I say this since the beginning. It takes so much just to be independent, to be this artist, to be someone in music, and that's amazing and great as well. Please make sure you are going to run it up.
Yes.
Okay.
Aura.
Yes. So
Yeah.
thank you so much, Solomon Headen, for
Thank
definitely sitting
y'all.
with us this evening. Have a good one.
Y'all too.
Bye.
Y'all too.
Zoo.
It never fails. It
Yes.
never
So
fails.
thank you guys so much for tonight. Yes, please get the single. I'm telling you, we will
Y'all
not
will
steer
love
you
him. No,
wrong.
y'all really will love
You're
him. Y'all will love him.
going to love his music. I'm telling you, so good. So good. I promise you.
Like if you
So
love R&B, if you R&B that's for the lovers, this is it.
yes, we got you one. We did y'all a favor. All right. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We are back. Tune in next week for one same place and same time, right here for another surprise guest that's going to be coming through right here on Indie Talks. All right. I'm your host, just one of your hosts, Asia Lewis Redway.
And your girl Danielle Meeks.
Yes.
Danielle
So,
Meeks from London
yes,
town.
from London. Yes, 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 yes. So guys, enjoy your evening. Thank you so much. And like I said, if you missed it, listen, run it back. Remember, it's always real music, real
Real stuff.
style, and real
Real
people. It don't
people.
get no realer than this. Peace, guys.